Welcome back to the first episode of season 2 From Blended to Besties.
We are here. We are back. Better than ever?
I don't know. I'm in a lot of pain.
So far, I would say we are better than ever. Today's what, day 4?
Day 3.
Oh, day 3 of sticking to our resolution just to be healthier, happier, living our best lives in 2022.
Yes.
Just taking care of ourselves and putting our mental health first and just having a better year.
Yep, we started working out. And I am so sore and out of shape.
We really both are. Like, we went to Target before this. Ironically, to go pick up seltzers to do a seltzer review, but
still the same though.
Everything changes, but nothing really changes.
Yeah.
And we were dying. Like, we worked out our arms today. We've been running every day too.
Yeah.
Like on the elliptical or some kind of cardio, and it's just...
We're just not used to it, but I was definitely waddling around Target, so if y'all saw us, I'm sorry.
Hopefully no one saw us. Oh my gosh. So, holidays are over. We are back. Yeah, super excited about season 2. Thank you for everyone who listened to our podcast in season 1.
Yes,
all the support was overwhelming and amazing. Thank you. And today we are going to be talking about maintaining friendships as an adult, making friends as an adult. Do we have other friends? Just friendships in general, I think.
I mean, we see it all the time on our social media handles, people saying like, I want to be your guys' friends, I don't have any friends, or, talking about how lonely it is once you have kids, really being alone. You kind of lose all your friends out of nowhere as soon as you pop a kid out. So
yeah, seriously.
Or inherit a child like I did. So.
No, that's very true. It's like as soon as I had Michael, I lost 90% of my friends, and then the friends that I didn't have any kids. To this day, they still don't have kids, and it's like, they're like, just drop your kid off, and I'm like, I'm a mom. Like, I can't just drop my kid off all the time. Like, I'm a mother first, And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, I'm not just gonna go out every single weekend and get messed up.
Yeah, you don't have the same life that you used to if you did do that when you were younger. And I think people don't understand it, or they think like, oh, like you've been, taking care of the kids for this amount of time. Like, you deserve a break and go out. But it's like, it's not that easy. It's not that simple.
It's not like...
Like, oh my God, I watched the kid for a whole week. I need to go party.
Out. Like, that's not what it is. I mean, I do like to go out, when we go out and stuff, but it's not like I used to.
Yeah.
And it's definitely hard maintaining friendships, especially if you were friends with them, before you had kids and they were used to you being a certain way, and then now you just can't. And those people that don't have kids don't want to, like, sit at your house and, like, have a glass of wine and watch your kids yell and scream at each other.
they're still not used to, like, when you're sitting down, like, having a glass of wine, you're, like, low-key, just, like, you can zone everything out. I feel like people don't know how to zone things out, and they can hear, like, the yelling and screaming, but we don't hear it anymore. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, what noise? There's no noise.
Yeah, what are you talking? It's like... Yeah, it's hard. It's not only that, it's hard making friends. I think that is... Because the friends that I lost when I had Michael, I had Michael 11 years ago, so they've been gone. A little bit that I have, the 2 friends that I have from pre-Michael still don't have kids. My one friend, Sam, she lives in New York, so it's not even like we get to hang out. She's probably the only person besides, my family and you that I would trust, like, my kids with 100%. That I'd be like, okay, see you in a week, and I would leave my kids with her. Because I've known her my whole life, and she's just really good with kids, and she loves my kids. But, again, she lives in New York. Mm-hmm. So it's not like I get to see her all the time.
That's how I feel. I feel like because I was so young when I met Michael, all my friends were still, in college, partying. So they were just quick to drop me because it's like, oh, we're going to drink, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I'm like, I can't do all those 3 days. Like, I have to, like, do this stuff too. And they were just like, but it's not even your kid. And I'm like, I know, but, like, I'm still, like, having to take it. This is what I signed up for. I have to, like, take it all the way. And I was like, okay. And, like, they dropped me. The sorority basically dropped me that I was in.
I love that. I never did the sorority.
it was just such like a lonely thing. And it wasn't until my friends started having kids like a few years ago where they were like, oh, let's do like kid activity stuff now. But like now, like they have babies and then we have Michael, and it's like, well, where were y'all when it was just me and Michael?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny. That's how, a lot of people are, especially that's what happened to me too. I mean, not that, none of my friends have kids, but I know people who are friends with my husband or, friends of friends who are like, oh, Megan has a kid. Like, let's hang out. And it's like, where were you though? When like,
exactly.
I was trying to, when I was alone and going through what I was going through. I mean, now you want to go do kid stuff, and now you want someone to go to the aquarium with, and you're asking like,
and now
this
they're
advice
trying to relate, and it's like, I don't want to be like, well, like it's too late, but at the same time, it's like, you lost like all those years. Like, why? Like you weren't there, and you weren't supportive, and now you have a kid, and all of a sudden you're like, let's do like mommy stuff. Like, I'm like,
yep.
That's so like, I hold on to that because it's like, I don't want to be like petty or anything, but it's like, oh, because you're a mom now, you like want to like go and do mom stuff. Like,
yep,
that's like not cool.
That's how a lot of people are.
And then now being adults, like, where do you go to make friends? All my friends that I knew and that I was close with, and like Corinne and stuff that I still talk to, I met in school.
Yeah.
I don't know where you go and socialize. Like,
they need like a friendship Tinder.
I feel like people say you can make friends on like these type of sites, but like,
no, I'm saying like they need to make one that's like just for friendship.
I even feel like there's an app, Peanut, for like moms who like are lonely to like meet up together and stuff like that.
There's an app?
Yeah, it's called Peanut.
What?
There's an app for like mommy friends. It's just for moms.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. You should look at it afterwards.
I'm gonna look
See,
it up
I feel like it's for like new moms, like moms with babies and
like
stuff
babies.
like that. You have to try to like get used to the motherhood environment. But I just feel, maybe it's me being picky. I don't know. But like, like you go out and meet a girl and you like hang out and you're like, maybe we could be friends, and like she does something and you're like, nope, never again.
No.
Like I just feel
for sure.
extra judgmental and very picky with who I put in my circle, because I feel like now like I've survived without people that I'm just like, if you're not the friend that I want, I don't need you.
Well, I'm like that all the time anyway. Like even with like family and stuff like that. Like if I don't like you, I don't like you. Like I'm not gonna spend my energy and my time wasted on you. You know what I mean?
I think
if you're not bringing anything to my life that's positive, it's like.
Not even that, but I think I used to be like so more diverse and versatile with my friends when I was younger, and as I get older, I'm not as like, I guess, lenient. Like things that I used to be like, oh, like
making excuses for them. Like,
yeah, like if they're like, oh, they do that, I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that. I'm like, but I'm gonna respect it. Now I'm just like, if I don't like it and I don't agree with it, I don't have to be around it. Like even if it's something stupid, like I'm trying to think of something. Like
I was actually talking to my dad about that. Because, I mean, if you guys are new here, I'm not super close with my mom or whatever, and my dad was talking about, he's like, well, what could your mother do to make you, what did he say, like
connect
forgive
again?
her or whatever? And I was like, I forgave her a long time ago. Like, I don't hold anything resentful against her. I just don't want to waste my time and energy on it. Like, there's nothing positive that comes out of that relationship. Like, it's just... It would be me like forcing myself to hang around that, and I just, as you get older, you're more selective with who you spend your time with, because I think you realize as you get older,
that's
you don't
what it is.
have
You're being selective.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time, and you realize that the older you get, the faster time's going by. Mm-hmm. You realize you don't have a lot of time left, and I don't want to be spending my valuable time with people who I just honestly don't want to be around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like. If it's negative energy or people are constantly just like bringing you down, they're Debbie Downers, or like it's like a one-sided friendship where you're constantly doing all this and then the other person's not, or you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to waste my time on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I think it's definitely selective. I think like if it's people who said, like if it was someone who was like, oh, like I want to hang out, but like I'm not into the same things that you're into, or they're like, I enjoy, hiking and like meditating, like I don't think those are negative qualities at all, but it's just not a quality. Like, I'm not going to be doing that stuff, and it's going to be super awkward to try to, like, make a friendship with someone if we don't have the same things in common, pretend, or to try to, like, get into it and be like, this shit's boring.
But what if you like it? Like, what if, like... See, I'm the opposite. Like, I don't mind having people...
I'm not gonna like it, girl.
Bro, we're going hiking in Georgia.
I don't even like hiking. We're doing it once. We're doing it once, and that's fine enough, but I'm not going to befriend someone who hikes all the time.
Well, maybe you guys don't have to go hiking. Maybe she'll do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Or
sit at home and drink all day.
maybe she will, like, it's give and take. Maybe you guys can go on, like, a little hike. Like, around the mall.
I can't with you. I think I'm just very, like... I'm shy, first of all, so meeting new people, I don't think I'm myself when I meet people for the first time.
You're definitely
I'm very
not.
shy, and I'm very like try to be put together and stuff.
You act super like innocent.
Yes, because I want to like put on a good first impression, but I feel like try to like make friends. Like I've never made a friend at a bar. Or if I did and like spoke to them, I was like, oh my god, yeah, like let's exchange numbers, and like never spoken again. I have numbers of the girls that I was gonna be friends with like on my phone to this day. I've never sent one message.
But that's just like the girls' bathroom wormhole that we all go into when we're drinking in the bathroom. But one time let me tell you this story. I met a girl, I'm so friends with her on Facebook to this day. I wish I could hang out with her, but she like moved down south, like towards Miami. Her name's Dana. I met her at McDenton's one time, and I was there by myself, just chilling. And she was talking, we ended up talking somehow. I think she like complimented my shirt or something. And we ended up talking, and she said that she had lost her friends in the bar. Because McDonald's is huge. And she couldn't find her phone. So she didn't have a phone to call anybody. Or her friends had her phone or something. Me and that girl hung out all night. I was like, I'll be your friend. Me and her hung out.
Girl, you didn't even help her search for her friend?
Yeah, we did. We like did laps around the bar. Like,
I thought you were gonna be like, screw them, you got me now.
I taught her how to get free drinks. Like, it was great. Like, we danced on the dance floor. Like, it was a good time. And then her friends ended up finding her at the end of the night, and then I went home. And we became friends on Facebook, and we chat every now and then. She's doing well. Hey, Dana.
See, you're more social, like at bars, like after drinking and stuff like that. I'm still like super shy. Like, I'm not gonna like have a bunch of drinks and be like, I'm gonna go talk to you. Like, I
am
definitely that type of person. It's like, if you want to talk to me, you need to come up and talk to me, because I'm just gonna think like, she probably hates me. I get super shy. Like, even when I used to take Michael to like the playground and stuff, and I would see other like women look at me, and I'm like, if you want to talk to me, come over here, because I am nervous and I'm just so scared of talking to someone. They just like are off-putting, and I'm just like, never mind, like I'm just gonna go back to where it was. Like, I don't know.
I always assume that unless they look mean, I always assume people are shy.
Girl, you look mean. First glance.
I know, that's true. And I'm so nice, okay? I'll talk to you, but I always assume people are shy. Because, I mean, it is so hard making friends when you're an adult. Like, you know, like you said, like, you don't know if people are going to think it's weird. You know, people don't know. Like, people see me and they don't assume I have kids. Like, they don't know.
And that's the thing, is when you're in school, you're around these people so much that you don't really like make the first move or talk to them until you kind of see them in that environment. You're like, I could vibe with that person and being friends with them. Like, when I had met Corinne, I think we sat next to each other all day. We didn't say a word, and then she was like, are you new? And I was like, yeah. Are you new? I was like, yeah. And then we kind of like connected from being new and just became friends. And then now, like, going to new places or new bars or even like events and like seeing other people, and I know it's like a networking event or like an influencer event, I cannot go up to other people and talk to them. I cannot introduce myself. I'm just so shy. Like the New York thing, like there were so many people I would have loved to say hi, and in my head I'm like, Tiffany, it's just hi, like it's just one fucking word, and I'm like, nope.
I always start by asking a question. I'm always like, hey, oh, that looks good, what are you drinking? Or like a compliment. Oh my god, I love your top, where did you get it?
Okay, Regina George.
No, not in like obviously if they're tops ugly, I'm not gonna say that, I'll say something else, but you know, like, oh my god, your makeup looks so great, or you know, like I said, nice, oh my god, that drink looks really good, what is it? Like a quick like, there's so many line openers that you could do. But again, touching back on the school thing, when you're in school, it's a lot easier too, because you guys are all around the same age. You guys don't have kids.
No.
Kids have a lot of things in common with each other. But if you meet people at like a bar or something, the person could be 42, the person could be 21, they could have kids, not have kids. You know, there's just so many.
Be stable in their life, be low-key homeless somewhere else.
Seriously, there's so many other issues, you know, or differences you could have. So it's hard to kind of like narrow down like, these are my people.
Yeah.
And it's hard to trust people too. Like,
agreed. You
never know what people's intentions are. Even just having like girlfriends in general, I think that's where a lot of my issues come from. It's just like, I'm not picky in a sense of like, you like to go hiking, so, and I don't like that, so I don't want to be your friend type of thing. Mine is like, I know what kind of friend I am. I'm a very giving friend, and I show my love by like doing things like, hey, do you need anything? Do you want me to do this for you? Do you want me to wash your makeup brushes? Do you need anything from Target? I'm a giver, and I cannot stand people who like take from me and like don't give anything back. And that'll be like, I'm not your friend anymore. Yep.
I just, not that I wouldn't
Match
be friends.
my energy. I think that's what I mean to say. Like,
Yes.
if you can't match my energy, I don't want to be your friend.
I think
Not in a mean way, like in a
kind way.
in a
nicest way possible.
We're just not gonna match. Like, I'm gonna end up getting upset, low key, not say it to you, and then we're just gonna stop talking.
I'm very much, not that I wouldn't be friends with someone who's like hiking or had difference in hobbies or something like that. I just would prefer friends that like you and I, like we could see each other all the time and it's so easy to connect and it's not awkward. And then like, even like close in area, like I'm not trying to drive, 6 hours to like see a friend too all the time and stuff like that. Like a convenient friend who's like just like me, and it's easy, when you're stressed out, like when you run to a friend, like I want to run 10 minutes away, not 3 hours away type of thing.
Yeah.
And I have friends from high school, friends from work, old coworkers that we've become really good friends that live in other states that I talk to, but it's just different when you talk to someone, once or twice a month compared to like the friends that you see all the time.
Yep.
So
I agree. Yeah, I've made friends through work and stuff, and friends that I'm, still friends with to this day. It's just they live hella far. And I have moved too. And again, I mean, I think of a lot of the friends that I have are like drinking friends. I don't have like mom friends, the moms who just want to like come in. And that's kind of why we started Moms of Tampa, was to meet other moms.
Other
like,
moms.
Who want to come over and hang out. Everyone says like, oh, you guys seem so cool. We want to hang out with you. And I mean, like,
do y'all hear the yelling in the background?
Well, I mean, obviously, I feel like we're pretty real, but I mean, even with us being real and transparent and everything, I mean, no, you don't see the bad and the sad and the worried and the anxious on camera. You see the good and the happy and the, your best foot forward.
Put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the times we're crying to each other on the phone, or the days that we're both depressed and having bad days, and I mean, y'all don't see that. So,
and that's hard to find someone that you're comfortable to do that with, because it's such a, I think I'm very much a person that if I'm like vulnerable and I like come to you as a friend and you like do something that just like doesn't help me, like I will never come to you again.
Exactly
like it's
how
just
I am too.
Embarrassing. I'm just like gonna look at you differently, and I don't want to put that trust into you again, because it's not easy.
That's exactly how I am.
But even like in the influencer world, meeting like Darren and all the other TikTokers who do the same stuff that we do, and their parents and stuff like that, like
you're not gonna vibe with everyone. Like, they can be good people.
Yeah.
We love Darren. We vibe with Darren all day. But
remember, there was a point where we didn't think we would.
Yeah.
We were scared, because it's like, even though we're meeting someone that we saw on social media and we kind of knew about them, like you're essentially meeting a stranger, and it was terrifying, because it's like, what if we meet her and she likes us and we don't like her? The other way around, like how awkward is it going to be?
Oh my God, she didn't like me. Oh my God.
I don't want to like upset anyone, and I don't want anyone to force anyone to be my friend. And I think just the anxiety of it all is like makes me really quick to like just not even do it, then take the chance, because I'm just like,
I know, that's what I'm afraid of too, with like, we get messages all the time, and as much as we'd love to hang out with everyone that we meet, I mean, the truth of the matter is we're not going to vibe with everyone. I mean, of course we could be nice to each other and cordial to each other and everything, but to be like this, where we're sitting in each other's homes vibing with our kids, like sometimes you just don't have that kind of matching, you know what I mean?
No, I agree. And with how many people that we talk to all the time, like I would feel so bad if someone like loves our energy and wants to hang out with us all the time, and we're just like, we don't want to. We just, it's not clicking, it's not connecting, and I don't want to like hurt someone's feelings, and they're gonna think like, oh, like you think you're better than me or something like that. It's like, well, no, like how do you tell someone like it's not working? Like it's still a relationship, even though it's a friendship, and
We're
sometimes relationships don't always work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's hard. Like you said, like where do you go and meet friends as an adult? The bar. And I don't want to be meeting people at the bar. I'm too old. Like, I want to meet moms who have kids. No, I don't. I mean, like, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I mean, it was easier when I was younger, but like, I want to be meeting moms with kids who, like I said, like they have no problem coming over on like a Friday night and chilling, drinking a glass of wine, letting our kids play, going to the zoo for like a zoo date or something.
Yeah. Just having common interest. I agree. It is pretty hard.
But you have a best friend too. People always ask, are we each other's only friends?
Yes. Oh yeah, people lost it on TikTok when I posted a video of Corinne as my best friend thing, and they were like, Megan's gonna be so mad. And I'm just like, how do I tell them? Like, Corinne's been here since forever. Like, we do have other friends. We're just not gonna be like you know, do TikToks with us. I feel like TikTok is our thing, so this is why we do it together. But like we have other friends and we hang out, and we hang out separately. Like people are always asking if we're always together, or where's Megan? Da, da, da. It's like I'm not attached to her hip.
Yeah, and plus, like, you know, I mean, Moms of Tampa is our business, so it's not like we're gonna be like, let's film for Moms of Tampa. Let's put
I would
like,
never try
Moms
to
of
force
Tampa's
other
our
friends.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would be weird if we just
Moms of Tampa and friends.
Moms of Tampa and friends. I can't. But I mean, Tiffany's met my other best friend, Alan. She's met him a few times. We've all hung out. My other friend Sam, you haven't met. She lives in New York.
Yeah.
And then I mean, those are my best friends that I've had since I was in 8th grade. Like literally 15, 16 years, however, I don't know math. I'm 31. Y'all can do the math. And then, you know, I mean, you have friends too that my best friend for my closest friend for the longest time, we stopped talking last year? I remember telling you. We stopped talking last year. I mean, talk about, you know, going two completely separate ways. I mean, we've been drifting apart for the last few years, but I think like the final straw was last year.
Having different paths.
Yeah, it wasn't an argument. Like, we never even got into an argument or anything. It was just literally like, it was just a tiny thing, and like none of us ever reached back out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I mean, I look at her on social media and stuff, and she seems to be doing well, but she doesn't have any kids, and she's just literally going the complete opposite of the way that I'm trying to live, and you got to be okay with that too. It sucks because I feel like, especially when you have, I don't know if you feel this way too, when you have like a small circle like I do. I've always had a small circle. I will always continue to have a small circle because I'd rather have 2 really good friends, you know, 2 5s equal a 10 rather than having 10 1s that equal a 10, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a couple really, really, really good friends than have a bunch of, you know,
and half-ass friends.
But when you lose one of those really, really good friends, you feel like you need to keep them around because you're like, oh, well, you know, if I'm not friends with them anymore, like, I'm only gonna have 1 friend, or I'm only gonna have 2 friends.
Girl, I never felt that way.
No, that's why I think I clung on to her for so long, because like our friendship should have dissipated a long time ago. The first time she disrespected my husband, it should have been
I've had
dissipated,
friends.
but
I've had friends that I've known for years, like we did everything together, like we were inseparable, and then just our paths didn't align, and it was just like, I respect you and I, you know, support you in your endeavors, but like your path isn't.
And you weren't like, you know what, like, who am I gonna be friends with now?
No, just because I knew it was going to be a lot better if I didn't have them around, and just they were going to be a lot better in their own little circle. Like we have our circles where like I'm supporting you from like the sidelines, but like I'm not like.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel with her. It's like, you know, I wish her the best. There's no ill will at all. Like I said, we didn't get into a fight or anything.
Yeah.
It was just she's going this
One
way,
way,
and I'm going the complete opposite way, and it's just there's no benefits, unfortunately, to having her in my life. You know, she wasn't, as long as we were friends. I mean, we were friends in middle school. She knew my kids. She didn't have a relationship with my kids. Mm-hmm. She wasn't very nice to my husband. She just wanted to go out and party all the time. Like, she wasn't the kind of friend who would just come over and have a glass of wine with me, even though we've known each other and we were, you know, been through everything. I mean, she was the one I went out with all the time when I got divorced. Like, she was there for me in that sense of like, if you want to go out and get fucked up, like, I'm your girl. But it was very also kind of one-sided too.
I also think your friendship was a lot quicker to end than like my friendship. I feel like my friendship was spanning over like almost a year of like realizing, and then it's like, okay, we don't see each other all the time, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not working out, and then it's like, okay, maybe our choices don't align with each other, and like just having that happen gradually, I was like, it doesn't feel like I lost a friend. I felt like I lost them a long time ago, and I didn't realize it. So it was like, oh, okay, like it didn't hurt, but it was like, you know, the times where I didn't talk to Corinne and got in fights. There was, I think, a year that I didn't talk to Corinne. Like, that was hard.
You guys had like a discussion about it?
No.
You ended the friendship?
I don't remember exactly how it ended. It was just like, it was a bad fight that we tried to discuss. We even tried to have like other people mediate our fight because it just got so bad. It got even worse. And then it just got to the point where we're like, we're done. And like, I'm sure I was the meaner one in that thing, because I was just very angry and pissed off. For no fault her own. It was definitely my fault. But we didn't talk for a year, and it was so hard because anytime anything happened, I wanted to message her, and I was like, I can't, we're not talking.
That's kind of how Hannah and I were.
It was really, really awkward, and I think it wasn't until, I don't know if she ever tried to reach out and I ignored her to just be like, I can't deal with this. It wasn't until her dog had passed away, and her dog was like her life, and I was like, damn. And her family reached out. They're like, you need to be there for her. She doesn't have anyone else. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And I was like, I'm sorry for my part in the argument and stuff. And we kind of talked it over, and I was like, I was definitely immature in handling the argument the way that I did. And a year had already passed, so I feel like I've grown more. And I was like, we can definitely go back to our friendship the way it was if we can discuss things healthier. And it takes, my part of discussing things healthier as well. And we literally went back to normal, to how it's never really changed. But we also, butt heads very easily.
Yeah,
We're very stubborn people.
Friendships are relationships, and I think, they go through their ups and downs just like marriages and, family relationships, like it is a relationship, and, sometimes you just need a break.
Oh, I agree.
But I think my friend and I think we're done. She was definitely the person that, I told everything to. She's literally seen the good, bad, and the ugly with me, like literally everything. So she was always the first person I wanted to text if something happened to me or whatever. And to lose that, well, she also moved away. She moved out of the country for a year, came back for a couple months, moved back out of the country again for an entire year. So, I had that separation already where we weren't seeing each other. I couldn't really talk to her because she didn't have a phone over there. We would chat every now and then on Facebook and stuff for years at a time. And she would come home, we would hang out, and then, she'd go back, and then she came back this last time, and I don't know, man, it just wasn't the same.
Yeah. And I think it's harder, you losing that person. It's the person that you told everything to, compared to the friend that I lost. I didn't tell them everything much anymore. We went from doing everything together to not really talking. But losing Corinne would be a lot harder, because then you're kind of where do I go? What do I turn to? Who do I talk to? And type of that. And once you have that solid best friend that you do everything with and you talk to with, I feel at least me personally, I don't have a bunch of best friends to be I can just talk to her instead. You have that one solid person, and once you lose that person, it's I'm out of options.
That's what I was saying earlier. Do you have that one person, if you were to lose one of them, you'd be well...
I think mine would only
and then you hold on to them longer than you feel you need to, because you're well, what do I do if I lose them? Who am I going to turn to? And that's how I kind of felt with her. But I did finally give it up, and...
I did give it up. Aww.
It was just, it's hard. You have to make those decisions, especially, like I said, with, what we went through, and there's just certain lines you don't cross, and... crossed all of them.
Yeah.
At one point or another. And I forgave her, made excuses for her.
And that's the thing, you got hurt, essentially. Yeah. You got hurt. I think ending a friendship that you got hurt in is a lot harder than ending a friendship that just doesn't benefit you. I think it's easier to cut ties that it's you don't add anything to, no harm, no foul, and you're just you do you, and that's what I did with one of my friendships. But I think someone that hurts you, or it's more personal, it sucks, because it's if you didn't do that, we would still be friends.
I think what instance I'm talking about. That happened years ago when Travis and I first started dating. But, that's all, and never getting an apology.
Yeah.
Or never getting, even
it's
recognizing. Yeah, and then I'm the type of person where I just want to, move on and let it go. Mm-hmm. So I moved on, let it go, didn't really bring it up again, and then, just little things on top of that. And then another big thing would happen, and we wouldn't talk, and then, she'd leave and then come back, and I'd be okay, well, let's hang out. But it was a year's passed. Yes, we never resolved it, and, whatever.
A discussion was needed. Even if people don't think it is, and even though it's uncomfortable, because I know so many people say, it's uncomfortable, and I've even told you that, when anything is uncomfortable, I feel no one wants to talk about things, but, you have to just air it out. Mm-hmm. I think holding things in just makes it...
It makes it worse. I'm definitely not that kind of person. Even though I'm not the best with, and I've told you this before, when you and I have disagreed on something, I'm not it comes out kind of harsh, and I don't mean it to come out harsh, but I'd rather say something and be damn, I didn't mean it like that. I know that was harsh, and apologize for it, than keep it in and not say anything, because it makes it 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. And it's easier to just say what you want to say and then explain it afterwards, and to just hold things in, because it's going to be harder. And holding things in, it's gonna come out eventually, whether it's
Through anger
now or a day
or-
from now. Yeah, you're gonna have a fight that's unrelated and it's gonna come out, and it's something that bothers you, and you should never let anything eat at you at the expense of not wanting to hurt another person's
Yeah.
feelings.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree. Like, you have to say something, whether it's awkward or, you don't know how the other person's going to take it. You got to say something.
And leave it up to the next person to see how they deal with it. I think that's why I'm always so honest and blunt, because it's like, I'm going to give you the information of what bothers me, and then like, you tell me how you're going to like respond to it. Like, are you going to attack me? Or are you going to be like, I didn't understand that? Or, see that point of view? Or are you going to say, I respect, to have a difference in opinion? Like, how you handle it is how I decide to like move forward from it. Because like the people who are like, that's not true, or like so ignorant to it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to continue this. As I get older too, I'm like less likely to
Put up with bullshit.
yeah, and like fight with people to just see things if I say something bothers me. Or like back in high school, there were so many times I would like argue with friends and be like, I forgive you, but I'm like, I really didn't like the way you handled that though. And like just not saying anything because I still wanted them as a friend. And like now I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm at the point now where like
I've lost enough. What's one more?
I know. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, family, friend, whatever. Like, if it's nothing but, like I said, negative energy and just like you're constantly bringing me down, or like, I feel bad whenever I'm around you, or just like, why waste your energy? Like, you don't know how much time you have here. You know what I mean? And like, why waste that energy with someone like that when you could be happy talking to someone else, or hanging out with someone else, or putting your energy like towards your family, hanging out. Like, so why hang out with Travis so much?
There's even like, there's friends that I've hung out with that I could like, they've done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Like, they're the same old person, just older and stuff. And I've hung out with them, and it like would kill me because I'm like, I don't want to be here hanging out with them, and it has nothing to do with them. I just would rather be like home, like being with my family, or just being with like another friend that I enjoy their company. And like, I feel so shitty when I would sit there and I'm like, I'm not doing this again. And it's like, it sucks because it's like I'm ending a friendship for no reason, but I'm not the same person that I was when we first started being friends. And now it's just like,
and your priorities change too, especially when you get older.
And it feels forced. Like I should not have to dread hanging out with a friend, or not dread, but like not look forward to it, or I would rather be doing something else. And like, it sucks because I've cut those ties too, and I know like they were like, why? And I was just like, there's no reason, and I feel so bad, but I'm just like not there anymore. And I mean, maybe it's a me problem type of thing, but it's just like,
it's just as you get older, at least you and I, because you and I are pretty much the same in like every category, but the circles just get smaller and then they get tighter. That sounds like a Kegel. A Kegel.
They get stronger though, because I feel like the people that we have in our lives now, like our friendships are a lot stronger than like the friendships we have back then, where they were just very fragile and easily can be broken and moved on. Like now, like the friends that we are now, or at least I like to think the friends that I have now are the same friends I'm gonna have in 10 years.
Yeah, and also I feel like our friendships now are like more well-rounded. Like, it's not just like my friends that I hung out with,
Because you're around, like
no, like
or because
the ones
you're
that I
around
met, like my party friends. I would only hang out with them because I would go out and party. Like you, I can go out and party with you. I can hang out with the kids with you. I can hang out with our husbands. I can hang out, go on vacation. Like, I get everything wrapped up in one. And like even my friend Alan, like, I mean, he was one of my party friends too, but he has no problem coming over here and hanging out with me and the kids every now and then. I mean, he doesn't like kids, but we could go and do something like go to the zoo. He wouldn't mind going. You know what I mean? Like,
they're versatile. Because your life is so changing, and you need to have people to change with it.
But that's why we hang out so much, is because.
Well, girl, we grocery shop. Like,
well, yeah.
That's like, it sounds so stupid, and I feel like 16-year-old me, if you're like, do you choose your friends based on like if you grocery shop together? I'd be like, that's weird. Like, but that's what we do. Like, I want someone who grocery shops, and like we shop at the same place, and we eat the same things. That's what I'm saying is
like, that's something you can't do that with like every single friend.
Yeah.
Because some of your friends, you just don't have that kind of relationship. Yeah. Like, we have everything you need to do. Grocery shopping, venting, working out together, like anything that we like to do, we both like to do. So it's like a well-rounded friend, you know what I mean? Versus having friends when we were younger, it was like, okay, well, this person likes to do yoga on Saturday, so I'll go hang out with this person on Saturday and do yoga. My other friend likes coffee, so I'll go hang out with this friend and do, you know what I mean? Like, we have it all wrapped up in one.
I mean, I can come into your house and your house is chaos, and I'm here trying to like force
You're like,
Bryce to
damn,
put pants on.
You clean
Like,
it up.
I just heard your mother from the garage saying put pants on. Put your damn pants on! Just like walking in and assisting with the chaos.
Yes.
Instead of having to be like, oh my god, I have 2 hours before meeting comes over. Like, we need
clean
to
the
be
house real
perfect.
quick
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, I'm just like...
That ideally, I would like to have another friend like that I could just, for when you're busy.
What am I busy doing?
I think we need to, you know what we need is we need a red-headed friend so that we can be the Powerpuff Girls for Halloween.
I would do it.
Yeah, we need a red-headed friend that could be Blossom.
It doesn't have to be redheaded. If I need to dye my hair red again, I might.
No, you definitely have to be, what's her name?
Why?
Blossom Buttercup. 'Cause
Blossom.
you're dark hair. No, you can't be Blossom.
Blossom's the brunette.
No, it's not. Blossom is the redhead. I know that because I used to always be Blossom and I had like the little pink bow. Bubbles is the blonde and Buttercup.
Oh, Buttercup is the one that wears green. She has an attitude problem.
So do you. So
You are not
friend.
gonna be the prettiest princess.
I am with my hair up in little pigtails.
That'd be cute.
But having another friend, I think it would be fun. We can hold like audition. Kidding.
I would do that. Hold auditions. Be like,
The Bachelorette. Except
what would you say if we give you a White Claw black cherry?
I hope that they would say yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they say that they would prefer the mango or the lemon, like, they're gone because you get the lemon and I get the mango, and we can't have people who like the same shit. Like, you need to like White Claw, but you need to like the flavor that we don't like.
That we don't like. Exactly.
Yeah. So if they
You know
say
what?
yes, you're in. If they say no, what's your second flavor? Oh, lemon or mango? You're gone.
No, you have to be like
Next.
watermelon or like strawberry. Yes.
Girl, that'd be such a hysterical
What
audition.
do you do when Megan Thee Stallion comes on? When someone says, "Oh man, I stubbed my toe," what do you say?
I love that.
I love that for you. Correct. You can be my friend. Anyway, so that's kind of like where we are with our friendships and how we feel. We gotta go pick up Brycey soon. Another thing that we do together is go pick up the kids.
Yes.
Kind of. So yeah, we do have other friends. They just live in either other states. Like her friend Corinne lives in Georgia, so she can't hang out with her all the time.
Sam's in New York.
Sam's in New York. My friend Alan lives in Tampa, but like I said, he's all over the place. I think he's in Poland right now.
I
know.
believe. I've been seeing his Snapchats.
He's from Poland, but like it's hard making friends. So if you guys are out there struggling to make friends, like so are we.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips and tricks on making friends as an adult? Mom friends?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, if you ever see us out and about and want to say hi and we don't say hi or it seems off, just understand we're just awkward.
You know what? Also, I know we're.
I try to warn people we're awkward. Like, don't ever take offense to it. Like,
We are very awkward.
I'm awkward.
Like that girl that was staring at me at the nail salon. I couldn't tell if she was staring at me because like she knew who I was, but I'm like, what the? My first response is, what the fuck are you staring at? It's not, oh wow, I'm on social media and they probably either know who I am or they might like my shoes or I probably had a great hair day that day. It's like, what the fuck are you looking at? But also, one more thing that I just thought of that I meant to talk about earlier, but I forgot. Another reason why it's really hard for at least me to make friends and hang out with certain kinds of people is they have to have like the same mentality that I do. Like, you can't be like jealous, you can't be, bringing other people down all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Be confident in yourself. I've definitely been friends with people who are always like, oh my god, you're so much prettier than me.
Yeah, and I hate that so
because I don't know like what
much.
to say. Like, I don't want to be like, oh my god, I'm uglier than you.
No,
Like,
I would
I don't
never.
want to say that, but at the
You
same
know
time,
that I would be like, you're right.
it's a rudeness for me.
No, but it's like, girl, like I say it all the time, we all have different things that we bring to the table, like no one's perfect.
Yeah.
And to hear someone constantly just talk shit about themselves and then make you feel bad for feeling good about yourself is not the vibe here. We don't do that here.
Yeah, supportive. I stand
Yes.
the supportive, not being, sly or,
Yes.
cheering to your face, but like talking shit behind your
Yes,
back.
definitely always bring them up. Like I say, like we were all playing, and this is 100% my personality. It's always been my personality. Like we were playing beer pong. Every single person that was up, when you were not even on my team, like, get it, girl. Like, yes, get it.
I know, you kept cheering everyone.
That's me.
I thought you were confused as hell.
I know, I wasn't. That's just me. Like when we were playing Mario Party, we played Mario Party with the kids last night. You know, like Tiffany wasn't on my team, but I knew she didn't know how to play. And instead of being like, well, I'm gonna win because I'm the best, like you help out your girls, you cheer them up. You're constantly like their biggest cheerleader. That's the kind of friend that I want, because that's the kind of friend that I am.
Yeah.
And if that's not you, girl, we can't be friends. Period. That's a deal breaker for me, 100%.
Yes.
Like I want all my friends to look good. I want all my friends to feel good. You know, we're also those friends who, you know, girl, what are we wearing today? Are we doing makeup today or no?
I know.
Because also, I don't want to be like
time.
wearing makeup if you're not wearing makeup. But also, like, you know, if you don't want to wear makeup, I'm not going to be like, you need to put makeup on.
Yeah.
But, you know.
No. Just trying to stay on equal fields and just being honest, open, supportive.
That's the hardest thing, is because girls are sneaky and sly as hell. They act like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm definitely that girl. But they're not.
Yeah. That's what I don't trust. That's one of the things that used to bother me trying to make friends, especially girlfriends, because guys don't really sit there and gossip all the time, but like girls would gossip, and I'd be like, we were hanging out just fine, and like you had a great time, but then you're gonna go someone else and be like, I was bothered that she did this. Be like, tell me. Like, tell me. I would have told you if it was the other way around right then and there. Like, I wouldn't have been for you to like just tell me.
That's how I am too.
And it just annoyed me, the whole like back talking and secret whispering, and like I'm gonna tell this friend but I'm not tell that friend, like that annoyed me. And that's why I hated like cliques and like being friends with such a big group of people, because I'm like, who's like talking behind my back? Ugh. Because I'm ready to throw hands.
That's why you're Buttercup. No, but the girls, oh my god, and girls too, and I always have gotten along better with guys. I mean, especially gay guys. Like that's what the majority of my friend group is gay guys. But girls, like they just be like, no matter, like you could be a good friend by telling them like, hey, just low key, your boyfriend, you know, messaged me on Instagram. Just wanted to let you know this is what he said.
Okay,
and then they would turn it around on you, and then you would become the bad guy and the one that they're mad at. And it's like, girl, your man was, I didn't do shit. Like your man was the one who, I'm trying to be a good friend by telling you, like, and then it's like, I just shouldn't have told you. Yeah. You know, they're gonna get back together, they're gonna stay together, but now you're public enemy number one, and I don't fuck with girls like that.
Yeah.
Period.
I've known a few girls who are like that. Like if we all hang out in a social setting and like, you know, I'm all the time like handsy and stuff when I'm drinking, like I just do this to their boyfriend and they're like, she was trying to get with him. I'm like, no, I wasn't.
Should have pinched my nipples husband. My husband's nipple.
I did, I got it too.
I know.
And then he was like, ah! And then he hit it for the rest of the night. And now he's not self-conscious about his toes because he thinks I'm going to take pictures of
all
them.
on the internet. Yeah, and I can't with girls like that. And then, yeah, they end up staying with their man anyway, and then you become the enemy. And it's like, what am I, but if I didn't say anything and she would have found out, then you would have been a shysty friend. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can't win with those kind of people.
And I've said it. I mean, like, if you, I mean, I've had friends like that they were like, I don't know if I trust you, like, around my boyfriend or whatever.
And that's
like,
a you and your boyfriend problem.
Not just that, like, if you, damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
You don't trust your boyfriend?
Like, yeah, if you don't trust your boyfriend around your friends, like, that's a serious issue. Like, that's not like me that I did anything like that. That's an issue because, like, when people ask all the time, they're like, are you afraid of, like, Megan and Mike being in the same room? I'm like, why would I be? Like, if you don't trust a friend to be next to your significant other, then either don't be friends with that person or don't be with the significant others. But something is an issue that needs to be cut. You just can't be like, I just need to watch them all the time, because that's a red flag.
If I can't trust my significant other to be around my friends, random girls at a bar, at a strip club, wherever he is, if I can't trust him, then we're not going to be together. Like, period. It's not my friends I'm worried about. I could have any woman go up to my husband and handle my husband all day long, and I know for a fact it takes two to tango. Yeah. She could try all she wants. My husband won't do shit.
Yeah. Period. I just never understood that when the girls would be like, I don't know, or they'd feel uncomfortable. I'd be like, okay. I like, especially when like I was there to like hang out with them and they're the ones who brought their boyfriends, because I know so many girls who bring their boyfriends to things sometimes, and like at least let the memo know, are we all bringing boyfriends or no one's bringing boyfriends? Like, don't do your own boyfriend's the only one there and then you don't want them around anyone else alone. Then it's like, okay.
It's just insecurity.
Like,
a lot of girls are insecure.
You don't think I'm a good enough friend, like, that you can, like, trust me? And I was like, that's not the friendship that I need. Like, if you don't know who I am as a person and the type of, like, way that I carry myself, then, like, you don't know me at all. Like, Like,
Yeah,
I don't need to be here. I don't need to be
We
accused
don't
of
like
things.
insecure women here,
Yeah.
period. If you can't trust your man around anyone, then that sounds like a you and him issue, not a me issue. I get that all. I used to get that all the time.
So, all right, we're gonna head out before this camera dies because we have another one that's about to die.
Oh yes, and we have to pick up the kids. But thank you for hanging out with us. Our next podcast is gonna be hella funny. So,
oh god,
it's embarrassing stories.
Yes, we're gonna be doing some embarrassing childhood stories, which I'm super excited about.
I want to do dating stories too.
Sorry to my family members who have to hear when I call them out of how upset I was with some of these stories, but I'm super excited. It's gonna be a fun one. If you guys have any ideas of other podcast topics that we should talk about,
message us on Instagram.
Yes, or catch this video on YouTube and comment on there as well.
Oh, yes.
Our YouTube name is Moms of Tampa. Instagram is also Moms of Tampa. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.